The Contractor is a 2022 action thriller film starring Chris Pine as James Harper. He is a soldier for the U.S. Army. However, he takes steroids for his knee and ends up being well, not dishonorably, but he's discharged either way without pension. So he doesn't have any money. And there's also a lot of private security firms that are hounding him at his door. However, he turns them all down. He's got a wife and a kid and a mortgage or whatever. So he decides to come out because of his old friend who tells him about this company that does work for the DOD, secret missions for the government of sorts, so he can still fight for his country without having to, sell out for money. So he goes over and meets Rusty, and he's got his own sort of network and compound where they do work, and writes him a check and says, you're going to go do a mission in Germany. So James goes to Germany with 3 others. They basically have to shadow this scientist who's doing work for Al-Qaeda, making a bioagent. So he's got to basically watch this guy, and they have to go in there and blow up the place. And the guy says he's not who they think they are, and James starts to have some doubts. They end up getting ambushed by the German police, and the mission goes wrong. And then, of course, James finds out he's been betrayed, and he has to find out why. So this movie is a very generic action thriller. That first action sequence doesn't happen until about 35 minutes into the film. It's sort of bland. The main character's name is James Harper. He doesn't really have anything going for him character-wise, despite wanting to be patriotic. And, because he could easily just have taken a private security job and been fine and there'd be no movie. However, he does this instead. There's a couple of slick action sequences. There's one in the sewer. There's one at the end. But other than that, though, the movie it kind of feels really like a TV show. Not in a bad way, but you have really good actors. You got Kiefer Sutherland, Gillian Jacobs, you got Chris Pine, you've got Ben Foster, and they're all just sort of doing simple generic action stuff. This movie could have been called Action Guy and just been have a bunch of no-name actors, and it would have been the same result. I mean, there's nothing particularly amazing except for maybe a couple of good cinematography shots, but overall, yeah, it didn't do anything for me really. It's just quick action. Turn your brain off. It feels like a Bourne clone, but without the nuance or the amazing action sequences or anything like that. It's just a simple thriller. Some action bits. It's okay. Not memorable. Wouldn't seek it out on Blu-ray. That's all there is to it. So I give The Contractor a 5 out of 10.